Hello, beautiful soul. My name is Lisa. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's start the reading. I feel like with you required them to see things differently. You required them to elevate. You required them to be a better version of them. And I feel like a lot of your partners, or a lot of the divine counterparts, let me rephrase that. When push came to shove in the past, they weren't necessarily ready to take that leap of faith, even though you were there, even though they loved you, even though you meant everything to them. Even though they dreamt, they had fantasies about sharing this world with you, right? Their world with you. Sharing, everything about their day with you. I think that they still went back to what they knew because it was easier, because they didn't have to change. So now what we're seeing here, right, is we're seeing a person that's regretting their choices. We're seeing a person who is looking at themselves in the mirror and they're facing their issues and they're having this self-assessment. The person that I picked over my divine counterpart, that's not real. That's a distorted energy. That's not how people really are, right? This person was making me insecure. This person was controlling me and using my insecurities against me in order for me to do what they wanted me to do. This is the process that this person is going through right now. And this person is making comparisons between this karmic energy or this distorted energy, whether it's a mom, whether it's a sister, it's a feminine energy, okay? So they're making comparisons between you and them. And during this reflection, the one thing that they're realizing is A, your worth, B, how sorry they are, how much regret, but also 2, they're learning a sense of self-love, because in order for this person to truly love you, in order for this person to truly regret their choices, they had to love themselves enough to say, you know what, I'm more than this distorted energy that I'm next to. I deserve more than this. I deserve somebody that loves me for me. I deserve somebody who I can call a partner. Somebody that's just not in the background pulling the strings. And the thing about this person is, we are meant to be, and I've always known that. This person always knew from the moment that they saw you that you're the person that they wanted to share their life with, right? They knew that. I just think that this person didn't know exactly how that worked. How do I share my life with somebody that's different than me? And difference can not only come from age, race, religion, whatever, it also can come from different energies. Being raised differently, being raised the same, but then it being a little bit different, having a different spin on it. And I also think for you as well, this distorted feminine energy, it's done one or two things for you as well, because if you and your person are mirroring one another, you and this person have gone through similar things, just in a different context, right? So with this distorted feminine energy, more than likely, whoever your feminine was, you either tried to be like them or the complete opposite. And I get that with this person, Sorry to be jumping around, but they're giving me a lot of messages. This person is learning a lot. There's something here that this person is going through, they're going through a major awakening because, again, I think that the first step to moving forward with somebody is acknowledging this is what happened, right? That's why they say the first step of AA is acknowledging that you have a problem. So with this person, they had to acknowledge, I did the wrong thing. I made the wrong choice. That's them putting their ego on the back burner, right? That's them looking beneath the surface. That's them sitting here and saying, I was not interested in acknowledging this because of my ego, because of my pride, because of however I was raised. But now with this person, they feel that choosing somebody else over you was such a huge mistake. Putting you off, ignoring you, not making the right choices. They knew that you deserve something more. But I think that this person didn't know how to express it, and I think that they didn't understand how to process that information. But now with this person, and again, this to me is the past, this to me is the current or the future. They feel guilty, and I think that when they felt guilty, that's when you saw them pull away, because they felt a lot of remorse. Why would you want somebody like them? Why would you want to be around somebody who chose somebody else over you, who has all these mistakes, who's made mistakes over and over and over again, even though they told you that they were going to do different? And it's because the two of you guys are meant to be. They've known it. You've known it. The only thing you've wanted to do was share your world with this person. This person sees your worth. They put you on a pedestal above a lot of people. And I think that there was other people in this person's ear telling them who you were, people that you've never even met, people that you've never even had conversations with. And because this person was, in this distorted feminine energy, it's like, okay, well, I know this and other people are saying this, therefore that must be true. Not realizing that the people that were not being honest with them, they were not being honest in order to control them. I can't stand the thoughts of you with anyone else. I think that this person really does love you. And I think that they understand the level of significance that you, or the impact that you're gonna have in anybody's life, right? Like, regardless if it's their life, regardless if it's somebody else's life, this is somebody who feels like anybody would be lucky to have you. Anybody would. This is somebody who feels like when you walk in a room, everybody wants to talk to you, and your perception may be, what are you talking about? Because I feel like you guys don't even realize the energy that you project when you walk into a room. And a lot of times, light workers don't know it, right? A lot of times, you don't realize your own impact, but this person does, because this person sees it. This person knows how you impact them, so for them, they believe that you impact other people in the same manner. And the idea of you being with anyone else when you are theirs, when you're meant to be with them, you're not meant to be with anyone else. That drives them crazy. For some reason, this person thinks about you being with other people, and it makes them mad whether you are or currently in a marriage or currently in a relationship, or if you are single, because we all have different situations, right? And that's the beautiful thing about the internet and tarot, is that so many people from so many different walks of life can all come in and share the same story, right? Maybe the details aren't exact, but how we feel is all the same. So this person doesn't like the fact that you're with anybody else, or that there is another person or another energy that can come around and take what is theirs because they cherish you. Huge. I regret playing games with your heart. This is somebody who is in a deep sense of remorse. This is somebody who's looking at themselves as being toxic. Why did I do this? This is somebody where you may have had to put your foot down and say, you know what? I'm not going to let you treat me like this. I've given you ample opportunities to do the right thing, and you've constantly picked yourself, your ego, your pride over everything, and I'm not doing it anymore. And I'm getting with this person, they regret playing games. This person is tired of always, this is somebody who I feel like was a player, or felt like, I just want to play the field, I don't want to be locked down, I just want to do me type of energy, regardless if they're married, if they're taken, if they're single, whatever it is. This is somebody who always viewed themselves as single because they had to, because of this distorted feminine energy, right? They never had the support from a feminine energy. Therefore, why would a relationship be significant to them? Why? It wouldn't be. The idea of relationship would not be, whether that's this person saw their mom in multiple relationships with multiple people, whether it's this person's mom leaving, whatever it may be, whether it's this person's mom not being emotionally invested or acting like a mom or being selfish, whatever it may be, right? This person realized that they put you through what their mom put them through. And now they're in deep regret for playing games with you, because they're realizing that you are the divine feminine. They're realizing that you love them. This is somebody who has cried over you. Wow, look, these two cards came out. I have cried over losing you. I fantasize about making love to you, but I know you don't view me the same way anymore. This person has never stopped loving you, but the problem here is that they believe that you stopped loving them. And for some of you, you may have. For some of you, because we're all in different stages of healing, you may still be upset with this person with what they've done. For some of you, you may have said, you know what? I do love you, but I love me more right now, where I'm investing in me. So, me meeting you halfway, or you only putting 25% in, it doesn't work for me. Either we're both putting 100 in, or we're putting nothing. But how this person is taking it is, you don't love me anymore. You don't feel the same way about me anymore, but that's not the case, or you wouldn't be sitting here watching this reading, right? This is a completely different energy. And by the way, if you haven't already, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. I think that also too, this is somebody who connects with you in the 5D. These blessings we have for you belong to you. No one can block your blessings, and no one can take what we give you. This is your birthright. It's interesting that this card came out because I don't feel like it has anything to do with this reading. I feel like you guys have gone through a lot, period, through life. And I feel like there's a lot of amazing things that are coming for you. There's a lot of beautiful blessings that are upon the horizon. There's a lot of things that are coming into your view that you don't see. And I think that you've been through a lot. And I feel like what God wants you to understand, what your guides want you to understand right now, is that there's so many blessings that are coming for you as soon as this negative energy subsides. As soon as you guys refocus on yourself and realize that you do deserve these blessings, that you are a master of your own self, that's when these blessings come. They're financial blessings. There's blessings of love. There's so many blessings here that are coming. And believe it or not, because it's coming up with inside of this reading, these blessings also come for your person as well. I feel like your person feels like sometimes like God gave up on them, or that like somebody gave up on them. But I feel like what's happened here with this person is like, we've not given up on you, but we're waiting for you to do the right thing. And the right thing for you may be putting yourself first and no longer putting other people first, right? That may be something that you have to do. For your person, they may have to put somebody first and stop being so selfish. I mean, it could be either or, right? But these blessings are coming for you within these next couple of months. I just heard spring is going to be a beautiful time for you guys. Beautiful, beautiful time. Please let me make it right. See, here's something I'm gathering, Kate. Let's look at this. I regret playing games. Okay. Please let me make it right. And I have cried over losing you. This person wasn't planning on being so emotional. This is somebody who likes to be non-emotional a lot of times, and they feel like that's where their strength comes, right? And I don't think that they ever want you to know that they've cried over you. But the reality is, when you have such a strong soul bond, and you're not with who you're meant to be with, there's a lot of emotions that come with that there's a lot of tug here. There's a lot of pain that's caused. Even if this person tried to bury themselves in work so they don't think about you, they still can't stop thinking about you. Thinking about their regret, thinking about their choices, thinking about how they could have had this beautiful life with you. This fairy tale sense of romance, right? That they actually had the ability to have this beautiful love story, right? That they had what it took. And that, the task at hand, they weren't prepared for. So now with this person, they're in a sense of, I need to rebuild what I've broken. Right? I have what it takes. I can do this. But they need to apply what they've known to the current in order to make you some type of offer. Past life, karmic, causing current life interruptions. And again, there may be this distorted feminine energy that keeps coming in to mess up your situation with your person because they're losing a sense of control. I only want you, and the karmic knows it. They can sense my attention is elsewhere. They can't block my view anymore, but it may be too late. They're hoping you give them another chance. For some of you guys, this is a karmic that was doing black magic. This is a karmic that was doing spells on your person in order to keep them confused pertaining to you, and it may have been more than one person that was doing this. But here's something that I'm getting. This person knows that this is a problem, that this is an issue. This karmic energy knows their time is limited. This person knows that this person is in love with you. You want to know why they're in love with you? I knew this card is going to come out because you're the Empress. You have a distorted feminine energy who's trying to be this Empress, who's trying to be the divine counterpart, who's trying to embody the level of femininity. But see, a distorted feminine, they actually embody more masculine qualities than they do feminine qualities. The Empress doesn't control. The Empress leads. They lead by example. The Empress doesn't beg. The Empress is not begging this person to do the right thing. You either do it or you don't. You don't want to do it, that's fine. I'm the Empress. Because the true power of the Empress, it lies within her ability to manifest. Her abundance, she is abundance, right? She births abundance. And that's the difference. Her third eye is open. She sees already what's coming. If you are the true divine Empress, you know what's coming. You know that this karmic, that everything with this, it's done, it's over with. This karmic energy, I feel like, has mental problems, emotional issues. This is somebody who is not taking care of themselves physically because they're too busy trying to control everything else, trying to cause a level of havoc. And for me, I don't really like to talk about karmic energy because I think it's pointless. The more energy we give to it, it makes them happy, right? But the reality is, it's important to acknowledge that what's caused issues in the past so that you can say, okay, this was the past issue, how are we moving forward? For some of you guys, you already know that it's a karmic. Whether it's a person, place, or thing, whether it's an actual physical, another party, whether it's a job, whether it's an addiction, whatever it may be, there is a karmic situation with inside of your connection. And this person's karmic is now your karmic. And this is something that's happened over multiple lifetimes, right? So, you being the Empress, right? You have to handle things much, much differently than you would in the past. You have to be the opposite of what this distorted feminine is, which is staying in your birthright, which is knowing you are a blessing, which is knowing you have the ability to create, to control abundance. That abundance is at your fingertips, but it's never to come off your rock, right? You are an empress, you are a lioness. The lioness doesn't involve itself with whatever is going on beneath them, because that's beneath them. So stay very high vibrational, because what this distorted energy wants to do is they want to bring you down to their level. They want to bring you down to their frequency, and when they're at their frequency, they can play dirty, because this distorted feminine cannot make it to your frequency at a high vibration. Which is why they do all these other tactics in order to get your attention, in order to get your person's attention. And I feel like whoever, this person is, they've made this other person feel like, money, sex, power, that's what's important, materialistic possessions, when for you it's like, but what about your soul? You can't die with your money, so what's gonna happen with your soul afterwards? Sometimes I wonder if you're better off without me. Yeah, this person is depressed. Sometimes I feel like with this person they feel bad for themselves. But now is not the time for them to feel bad about themselves. Now is their time to fix it. They have the potential to fix it. Because the Empress is very forgiving. The Empress isn't stupid, but they are forgiving. They understand that everybody has to go through something, right? The Empress had to go through a distorted feminine energy in order to become the Empress. The Empress is everything combined into one. So, this person is feeling like they don't have enough to give you right now, when in reality they do. No one has ever, let's see if I can get it to focus. No one has ever set boundaries like you did. It took me totally off guard. I've never been, I think it's challenged before. Because you're the Empress. The Empress is gonna require more than a distorted feminine. An Empress is gonna require more than a karmic energy. An Empress is gonna require the masculine or whoever to elevate. And it has nothing to do with physical. It has to do with their mind frame. It has to do with their mindset. It has to do with them as a person, their heart, their soul. Are they elevating at a soul level? See, the Empress is going to push this person to be the best them. Because if they are the best them, and you are the best you, together, this level of abundance that's coming for you guys is beautiful. This level of abundance is unheard of. And I think that that's why you've set such strong boundaries with this person. See, the gray area of it could be this, it could be this, or it could be this, or maybe this, or, then not giving you a direct answer, that's that distorted energy. You're an Empress, you're enlightened, you already know what the answer is. My grandma would always say, she's Sicilian, she would always say to me, and my cousins, when we would do something bad, she would ask a question, and before we answered, she'd always say, I don't ever ask a question I don't know the answer to. That's a divine feminine. When you ask them a question, you already know the answer. You just want to see if this person is going to be honest or if they're not. For a lot of you guys, my silence is a way of coping. This is somebody who really tried to be quiet. This is somebody who really tried to, times that they went quiet, it's like they were trying to think of what to say to you. Because they know that whatever they vocalize to you, you're gonna process it in a different way. They know that they can't run game on you. They know that what they say to this distorted feminine energy, they can't say to the Empress. Right? Because again, you hold them to a higher regard. If you're the Emperor and the Empress, you have a different set of rules that you have to live by than a page or a knight. Even than a king or a queen. Because there's only one divine counterpart. You only get one a lifetime. What are you gonna do with it? Granted, you can be happy with a king or a queen, but that's not your divine. You'll never feel whole. That's something that I truly believe in my heart. This person was always looking for somebody to replace you, and they couldn't. Let's see, I don't know why this isn't focusing. I'm so obsessed with you, I can't stop watching and stalking you. I tell myself that I'm gonna stop, but I can't. They can't take their eyes off you. And it's not even you physically, I feel like it's something that you project. It's a pheromone, I mean, look at her. Like, can we just acknowledge her really quick? Yeah, she's absolutely stunning, but look at her energy. She is a star. She's beautiful. That's why this person knows other people want you too. They know that other people are waiting for you to drop the ball or for them to drop the ball so that they could swoop in. This person knows that. That's why they're in regret. That's why they're silent, because you're trying to figure out exactly what to say in order to kind of recapture the situation, recapture the relationship. And the one thing in this silence, this person knows I can't let you go. They're in love with you. If you moved on with somebody else, that would devastate them. They wouldn't know what to do. I feel like this person would go mad. Like they genuinely. And maybe you've already tried to do this, or maybe you are moving on and you're still getting readings because your real love is this person. But if they felt like you gave your love, the love that you gave to them, to somebody else, oh Lord, that would not be a good situation. I'm hurt, so I hurt other people. I mean, that stems from childhood.